everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for being here today, and I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas and enjoyed all the festivities with your family and friends. So today we're going to be making a little folio using these little book rings, and I did a couple during my 12 days of Christmas, and they were so fun that I thought I would go ahead and make another one. But we're going to cut this down to 6 by 12. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your scrapbook paper, okay? And this is the scrapbook kit by Jolie, and we're going to be using some of the ephemera pieces, the stickers, the beautiful flowers that we have, and some of the beautiful chipboard from the shop. And we're going to go ahead and use all of these wonderful things to create a really nice, large little book for our holidays, right? To put our pictures in. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these down to 6 inches, okay? And then we're going to put this together. We're going to go ahead and place these back to back. Because we're cutting them by 6 inches, you're just going to go ahead and put this on the back of this one. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I cut all of my 12 by 12 pieces down to 6 by 12. And so once you do that, you're just going to go ahead and separate. And then you'll pick out which one you want for the front of your book. So here is my front piece, and then here is my back piece. And then I just need pieces to go behind here. So although this is going to be a long, elongated album, we are still going to go ahead and we still got to poke holes on here, so it will take up some of the room here. And then we will go ahead and place our book rings in here just like this, okay? So here again, I am just sorting out what pages I want for the front and then one for the back, and then making sure that the next page front goes coordinates well with the back page. So that's why I'm putting them all in order and making sure that they kind of coordinate together. So it takes me a while, but it really comes together nicely, and I love this vintage paper. Okay, so with this, you will also have, so you'll get one, and you'll be able to put 4 by 6 photos in here, and or if you have smaller photos, you'll be able to stack those, you know, maybe here and here, or however you would like. So this is going to be so cute. I know it's an elongated book, but I really think that it's a really cute book that you can stick some photos in. So what you want to do is measure a 1/4 inch and go over a 1/4 inch, and then just draw a line, and then this is where we're going to be punching our holes. So you can have as many holes as you would like in your little album here. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to zoom in for you guys. So here is my line right here, and this is where we're going to be punching our holes. So I am just going to go ahead and I'm going to set my ruler here, and this is where I'm going to be ticking where I'm going to have. Now if you have a hole punch, you can use that. I do not have a hole punch, so I have one for like my other my discs and stuff, but not for like my other stuff. So I'm going to put a little tick mark at 1, and then put one at 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so next you're going to go ahead and just get your hole punch and punch your holes where you made your little tick marks. And I'm just going to go ahead, and then once I make the first 2 pages, I'm going to go ahead and use those as my little markers for the rest of my pages. So I just get more pages, place them underneath, and continue making my holes for every single page. Okay, so once you're done, then you're going to go ahead and glue your front pieces and back pieces together. Now, if you want to stick chipboard in between these, that's fine. But this cardstock is pretty thick and pretty sturdy. So once you get these together, it's going to be, really sturdy for your photos and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue, and then I will be right back. So here what you're going to do is you're just going to grab your glue, go around your edges, and if you want to, place your glue in the middle. Some of my pages I did the middle and some of them I didn't, and it works out fine with doing both ways. So, and then you're just going to go ahead and burnish these really good together and make sure that they're even, and yeah, and then you're just going to do this for each page. So again, you're going to grab the top portion of your page, just place glue around the edges, and then grab your other page, that's the back, and you're going to go ahead and adhere those together. It's super simple, super easy, and I just love how this album turned out. Super easy to do. Okay, so I had this piece where I had cut out this little image, and so what I'm going to do to cover this up is just kind of lay some things here from the cut apart page that's in this scrapbook kit, and I'm just going to go ahead and lay this across. And so this is, even though you have something that you might have cut into, you can still use that, and so this is, something that you can do with some of those pages where maybe you cut out an image like I did, or something, and so you could just go ahead and cover that spot up with some of your cut aparts or ephemera pieces. So next I'm going to lay this one down here. Like that. And then lay this one across here like this. And I'm going to bring this out just a bit so I can put like, a little title or something there. And we're just going to go ahead and cover up that white spot. Just like that. And there you go. And it just looks like, like you had it there because, you layered some things on top. And I just think that that looks so good. So that's an idea for you. Next, for our chipboard clock, I went ahead and used the Distressed Oxide Spray Walnut Stain from the Mixed Media Kit to spray the clock. Now it's time to add our book rings once everything is done. And here I'm just going to go put on all 5 little book rings. And we are going to decorate these, so if you have extra ribbons or, anything you want to put on here, you can definitely get those ready. And these fit on there just great. These are the smaller ones. Okay, so once you have all your rings on, you can actually decorate these with ribbons or whatever you would like. And so now we're just going to decorate the inside of these. And what I decided to do was to cut some of my little, my paper that I found. And I went ahead and cut it 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And so I'm going to go ahead and zoom this out. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and put like 2 here. So I'm going to go ahead and place those on there. I'm just going to go ahead and do some glue around the edges. And do one here. And then do another one like over here. over here like that. I'll bring it up just a bit. There we go. Just like that. And then I also cut in some 6x6 pieces. So you could actually put 6x6 pieces, or you could put 4x4 pieces or smaller photos in here. So I went ahead and did that. And I think, you know what, we'll go ahead and do one here in the middle like this. I want to leave that tree open. So I'm just going to put one here. So one is going to go right here, just like that. And I want to leave the rest of this open, but you can add something if you want to. Here on this side, we're going to do a 6x6 photo. And these are big enough to where you can not only do a 6x6 photo, you can also put another 4x4.25 by 4.25. So this is a big enough little album that you can lay many photos down on top of. So just like that. I'm going to leave that there, put a 6 in, and I cut, like I said, I cut these at 6.25 by 6.25. Now you can layer these if you want to, because I thought about layering a red on top of here, but all of these are cut at 6.25 by 6.25 by 4.25. Okay, or 4.25 by 4.25. So here I'm just going to continue laying down my mats, and I wanted to say real quick, later on I'll tell you in the video, but I do go ahead and cut some more mats that are 5.5 by 4.25. So you can lay those upright and have pictures that are horizontal, and you have some that are vertical. So it just gives you an option, and then you have the 4.25 by 4.25 option as well. Okay, so now I'm just decorating the front, and I'm just placing some of the flowers from the kit on top of there. These are the white flowers, and then I'm just picking out pieces that I thought would look good on here. And so I went ahead and I grabbed some of these hollies that I had painted earlier. Now these chipboard hollies come in the kit, and I painted these with some paints and from previous kits. And then I went ahead and tore off the leaves off the white flowers and then stuck the hollies in there, right underneath it. I also stuck the clock that we painted with the Distress Oxide, or we sprayed it with the Distress Oxide Walnut Stain on top of there, and I added in the little bells that I painted. And then I had stickles around the bells. These are so pretty. I love how these turned out. Then I went ahead and did some cut aparts. The Merry Christmas is a cut apart card from the kit. And then I stuck some of the red flowers. Then we have these little wood sentiments that are also in the kit, and I went ahead and stuck those up on top as well. So next I went ahead and I'm just decorating the inside of each page, and I am putting on some of the little flowers and holly berries and some of the cut aparts that are in the kit, as well as these ephemera pieces. You get a ton of ephemera pieces with this kit, you guys. You cannot use you can use them all if you want, but it's pretty hard to use them all. I still have some left over. so I'm sticking these around each of the pages, and these are so pretty. I love them. And you can also cut them down some if you don't want a lot of white space around your image. You can also cut them down a bit, which is what I did for some of these. Okay, y'all, so we finished this little book and it turned out super cute. I decorated some of the inside and then I put the little ribbons on the outside, which dressed it up a lot and I love it. So I used some just some ribbons that I had in my stash, and so here we go. So this is what, and I didn't have enough of the gold, so I did the three, the top, the bottom, and the middle, and then I just left these two plain, or not plain, but dressed them up just with a red and green ribbon. And then here we have some of the little chipboard pieces that I painted, and I went ahead and added some stickles there. And then we used the white flowers. We used some more chipboard pieces here, added some stickles around the bell after I painted it. And then the paint that I used are from past kits. So I used this green, it's TCWV, or I mean TCW, and then the red. And then this one is an older one. I don't think we have this kit anymore, but this is Paint Couture's Antique Gold. And it is so, so pretty. I love it. So I used that for the little bells right here. And then I used some little word that says memories together, and a little flower. And then we turn it and we have our first page here, which have two 4¼ by 4¼ pieces. And then I just went ahead and used some of the stickers from the sticker sheet that you get. Here I used another 4¼ by 4¼ piece that has a piece of ephemera there that we cut out from the cut apart sheet. And then some of the little flowers and the holly from the scrapbook kit. Then here I went ahead and added one 6¼ by 4¼ and another 4¼ by 4¼ here, and then some stickers. Here I added this 6¼ by 4¼ mat down with some of the ephemera piece. I put laugh up here from the words that we received, and then it has the little birdhouse on it. I think it looks so cute. On this one, I did a sticker and raised it up with some foam tape, added one of the cut aparts with the Christmas greeting here, and it has the little bird down here. I thought this looked so pretty with the foliage and everything, and it just looks so, so pretty. I love that. And then here on this page, I cut out two of these. These are the cut aparts that come in the scrapbook kit. And I went ahead and added 4¼ by 4¼ mats here, and added the holly leaves here. You turn it, and then I added some little stickers here, which are the cookies and the little muffin or cupcake. Here is a little tree, and then I added love up here. Now this here is the 6¼ by 4¼ and then here is a 5½ by 4¼ mat. And so I did cut more of these out because they are bigger, and you can go ahead and set your pictures upright if you wanted to. Here is another sheet that has some more little stickers and ephemera on it. And then it has this little title down here. So pretty. Oh, love it. And then here is another one where it has another 6¼ by 4¼ And then here on this page is a 4¼ by a 5, or I'm sorry, I think these are two 5½ by 4¼ inch pieces, side by side. That's what I'm trying to say. And I added a sticker, and I just think that these turned out so cute. Here is one where I added our chipboard piece, and then another little sticker, and you can fit your photos here. Here is a side-by-side that are upright. That's the 5½ by 4¼ inch. I just think that these turned out so cute. I add the remaining two of my cards here with the Santa here, and then here is another little picture frame, and then this is the last page. And I just think that this turned out so pretty and so simple to make, you guys. I hope that you liked today's tutorial. Thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas. I hope you get a chance to make one of these. Super easy to do and really holds a lot of photos for your holidays. So thanks again for joining me, you guys. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Thanks for joining me today, y'all. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and head on over to Trace Jolie to check out their shop. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment, and join me Friday nights at 4:30 Central Time.